Thanks, Tucker. A new program at the University of Colorado is spreading racism on campus on purpose.
That's right. The school is trying to fight racism with racism by hanging up posters like this one that say, quote, "Go back to Africa. You don't belong here," end quote. But could this really work? Let's ask Gabriella Morrongiello. She's a campus correspondent for campusreform.org. Gabby, nice to see you on the show this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So will this heal racial divisions in this country by insulting people?
Absolutely not. This is a program that is rehashing stereotypes on campus. It's re-victimizing students, and essentially it's making students think that their campus is rampant with racism. We should be making efforts to curb racist and offensive language on campus, not perpetuate it through posters like this.
Gabby, they say that the goal is to make it all disappear. They want students to feel uncomfortable. Here's a quote from the Vice Chancellor, Bronson Hillard. He says, quote, "People need to see the ugliness of it and confront it directly before we can change." Do you think that this is the best way to go about changing?
I completely disagree with the administration on this, and Colorado taxpayers, whose money is being used to fund this political pet project, should be outraged that the university thinks that this is the best way to combat racism on campus. Well, all that this does is create, uphold, and harden racial divisions that students are then going to take into their communities and into their places of work after graduation. And as we've seen in the past couple months, race relations in this country are bad enough. We don't need to be worsening it on college campuses.
Are race relations at the University of Colorado just absolutely terrible that we needed these posters going up all over campus?
Not at all. We have not seen any type of example that would indicate that racism is out of hand at the University of Colorado Boulder. And frankly, this isn't the first time that the university has tried to fight racism by marginalizing certain students. We've seen this before at the Leadership Institute's campus reform, where a number of colleges are now putting up privilege boards, which shame students into thinking that something as uncontrollable as the color of one's skin somehow renders them incapable of having empathy. So it's a shame to see the University of Colorado Boulder join the ranks of schools who are guilty of this backwards racism.
And we'll get you out of here on this. This also violates the student conduct code, doesn't it? At the university.
Right. The Student Conduct Code condemns any harsh treatment of students, and putting up a poster that exposes this type of racist and offensive language certainly violates the school's own conduct code.
Gabby, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Coming up,